There is a blindness that no eye can see and no physician can cure. It does not darken the sky or dim the sun. It darkens something far more subtle, the heart. A master once recited, "But those who were blind in this world will be blind in the hereafter and most astray from the path." Then he asked his student, "What do the people say about this verse?" The student replied, "They say it refers to the day of judgment." It was a familiar answer, a comfortable one, but the master responded with firm clarity. How could it be only on the day of judgment? Would the ignorant and the knowledgeable alike fail to know their Lord until that day? Would they not know the path of truth from falsehood until everything is already decided? Then he said, "By Allah, it means that whoever is blind in the first incarnation will be blind in the last incarnation and even more astray from knowing Allah and His oneness." This blindness is not of the eyes, it is not darkness of vision, it is blindness of recognition. The light may be present, yet the heart refuses to see. Blindness is not always the absence of evidence, often it is resistance to transformation. The Master recited another verse, "If they were returned, they would relapse to what they were forbidden." And he asked, "Is that not from the blindness of the heart?" Imagine a soul shown truth clearly, warned, given opportunity, even granted another chance, yet it returns to the very thing that led it astray. Why? Because blindness is not confusion alone, it is attachment to ego, to desire, to identity, to what feels familiar even when it harms. Then the Master distinguished between two paths. As for the believer, he said, he becomes accustomed to success and it does not depart from him. Success here is not wealth or status, it is alignment, it is the steady strengthening of clarity. Each act of sincerity sharpens vision, each act of humility opens perception. Light, once welcomed, tends to grow. But as for the disbeliever, he continued, he has been paired with letdowns, for he neither understands nor sees nor hears. Then he recited, "Deaf, dumb, and blind they will not return." This is not a description of physical limitation. It is a description of spiritual closure, a heart that no longer responds, a conscience that no longer stirs, a mind that refuses to question itself. Another verse was recited, "They are only like cattle, nay, they are worse astray in path." Why worse? Animals follow instinct, they are not morally accountable, they act according to their nature, but a human being is given awareness, reflection, conscience, the capacity to recognize truth. To ignore that awareness, to silence it repeatedly is a deeper loss than simple instinct. Then the Master recited, "And to all are assigned degrees according to the deeds which they have done." He explained that the meaning of this is transformation mask. The degrees, he said, are the bodies of the Incarnations, for the heart of the disbeliever becomes blind until it reaches the epitome of disbelief. This blindness does not happen in a single moment, it grows gradually, choice by choice, habit by habit. Just as light increases through repeated remembrance, darkness increases through repeated neglect. The heart forms patterns, what it practices, it becomes. If it practices sincerity, sincerity becomes natural. If it practices denial, denial becomes reflex. The trajectory deepens over time. Two people may witness the same sign. One sees guidance, the other sees nothing. The difference lies not in the sign but in the heart that beholds it. If the heart is clear, even subtle hints are luminous. If the heart is clouded, even overwhelming evidence feels insufficient. The Master's teaching is not merely a warning of punishment, it is a warning of direction. Blindness intensifies when ignored. Clarity strengthens when cultivated. To be blind in this world is not simply to misunderstand. It is to repeatedly turn away from recognition and to persist in that turning until it becomes one's nature. The verse echoes again. "But those who were blind in this world will be blind in the hereafter and most astray from the path." If blindness can grow, then so can sight. Sight is cultivated, blindness is cultivated. Every moment inclines the heart in one direction or another, toward openness or toward closure, toward remembrance or toward forgetfulness, toward humility or toward pride. The light does not disappear, the question is whether the heart will open to it. And that is where the real vision begins.